welcome to the Tomsriver Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tomsriver resident. That's why we do this show, and we try to promote Tomsriver. For that matter, I'm going to get into a little bit of that. You got new council people on. You got 3 new council members, all Dems, which is kind of shocking here in Ocean County. Talk about some things we're going to do to promote Seaside Heights. We're going to talk about minimum wage. We're going to talk about immigrant licenses, a lot of things. We're going to be busy. But first, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. We'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
Pat O'Melia here. I think I got the wrong glasses on. You a concerned Tomsriver resident there? Now, listen. You don't even have to have Comcast now. We're putting these shows up on YouTube. We're having it on livestream.com. That's our base streaming service. And catch all our shows. HMG TV shows is our website. Go there. Click on one of the shows. It takes you to live stream. There you can watch all the productions from Hudson Media and Ready to Roll Studios. And the live stream app, it is free to download. Download it. You can watch on your smartphone like I do, your tablet, your smart TV, all these web-enabled devices. And it's free. And there's other things besides my programming there. You got a lot of programming on live stream. And now we're putting the Tomsriver Show up on YouTube, so you can watch it on YouTube. And the idea of the show is to promote Tomsriver and my adopted other city, Seaside Heights. And actually, as Seaside goes, so does Tomsriver. You need to get as much activity on Route 37 as possible. You got a ton of vacancies on Route 37. The more we get people going into Seaside Heights in season for tourism, but even off season, the better off everybody is. Seaside Heights, all the surrounding towns, and particularly Tomsriver. Now, Tomsriver, you got 3 new council people. We got Terrence Turnback, Laura Urick, and Daniel Roderick. I believe I'm pronouncing all of those names right. I will effort to bring them all on to Tomsriver Show. It would behoove them to take advantage of the Tomsriver Show. They can reach their constituents. We can do little blurbs on the social media. There's a lot of things we can do to help these new council and your holdover council people. Right now, I think it's still a 4-3 GOP versus the Dems in Tomsriver. But, all you got to do is flip one. Things can get a little hairy there for Mayor Kelleher. As I said before, we're going to push Tomsriver and Seaside Heights. If you are a business or you know a business in Tomsriver that needs a little plugging, get in touch with me. Go to HMG TV shows, and you can send me an email. I want to be involved helping Tomsriver. The more we can get businesses up and running, and the more we can help them grow, the more you get jobs going. And when you get jobs going, it changes everything. Changes your crime. It changes the welfare situation. It changes your property taxes. The more we can get business going. Same thing with Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights is not the same since Sandy. It's not pumping out the 4 some odd million people a year. That we need to get back. But you got a new administration there with Tony Boggs. I think that is going to happen. You got a real family atmosphere brewing down here in Seaside Heights. It's none of that Jersey Shore stuff anymore. For that matter, Tomsriver people should be going into Seaside Heights for some entertainment. There's a lot of things to do. The boardwalk and the beach is still there, and it's there year-round. You got the Hemingways, you got the Beachcomber, you got the spicy canteens, a lot of things to do. Ocean County prosecutor, I got to talk to the prosecutor in Al Delafar to find out. Maybe we have, Al give us, a week in review, because he hit me with a bunch of press releases Maybe we put Al on the webcam and we bring Al, and Al can give us the weekend review at the prosecutor's office. One of the things I'm going to pitch to him, again, the more I can promote Tom's River and the more I can promote Ocean County and, of course, Seaside Heights, the better off it is for everyone. Now, Ocean County prosecutors, if we can help them catch some bad guys, let's help them catch some bad guys. Now, the thing I'm going to do with Seaside Heights, it is called Seaside Splash. We're going to do like a 5-minute every day in the morning. What's going on at Seaside Heights? What's the temperature? What's the water temperature? What's the sand temperature? You know, what discounts are. There are no discounts yet, but I'm going to work that we get some discounts at these various locations, the Beachcomber, the Spicy Cantina, the Casino Pier. To encourage people, if you can't come down to Seaside, now Tom's River people, you should be here on the weekend. Actually, you should be here at night. But we need to convince people statewide. And the first place we're going to start is local. Get the local people back in here. Get people coming over that bridge. Get out to the Central Jersey, North Jersey, South Jersey, and points north and south and west from there. Can't go east because you'd be in the river. After the river, the ocean. The more we can get people to come to Seaside Heights, the better the economy goes. Seaside Heights is an economic engine for Ocean County, Tom's River. So the more we can get going, the better off we are. So we're going to do this instead of a blast, it will be a splash. And we'll do it live, and then we'll put it up on the Twitters and the YouTube so you can touch base during the day to see what we talked about and what the events are and what the attractions are and what the discounts are and what's going on weather-wise. But one of the most important things, we need accurate weather when we do this. A lot of people say you're in North Bergen, New Jersey. You're in Weehawken, something like that. And you're looking at the weather report, and the weather says, it's going to may rain. People aren't going to the seaside, but chances are it's not going to rain. So we're going to try to be as accurate as we can with the weather. So if somebody's going to come down for a day trip, we want to make sure we have the best possible weather information going from morning, evening, and into the night as accurate as possible. And for that matter, we'll talk to some of the motels here about, daytime rates. Say you want to come down, but you got kids, so you kind of need a bed and a bathroom and all that. We'll work with all the merchants down here, and I want to work with all the merchants in Tom's River. I'm a working fool. But right now, we got a break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Pen and Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen and Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're concerned. You're a Tom's River resident. You're concerned. And now that we got this on YouTube and we got on our live stream, it could be anywhere in Jersey watching this. But why would somebody from Woodbridge be watching the Tom's River Show? I could see Tom's River and Seaside Heights people. It's kind of like one and the same. The country shut down. How amazing is this? It's the second time since 2013 the country is shut down over budget issues, which is kind of amazing because the economy is doing so well. We shouldn't have the budget issues we do. But the Dems and the Republicans are going at it again. And it's really a flip of what happened back in 2013 when Obama was the president and the Dems were in control of everything. And it's funny, you see like Senator Schumer, and up in North Jersey we get to see Schumer a lot on television. Somebody has a segment, I think it's 10-10 wins, what's bothering Schumer today, because he always has some issues. And President Trump is calling it Schumer's shutdown. It's amazing when they talk about the reasons for the shutdown. It's as if the Democrats forget the shutdown in 2013. What they're saying now is what the Republicans say. And it's as if they don't realize, there's recordings, there's tape of this. Now, the shutdown, in my opinion, shows the dysfunction that we have in D.C., and it is dysfunction. You know, it's the GOPs and the Dems, they can't agree on anything. No matter if you say it's a full moon, the GOP says it's a full moon, the Dems will say there's no moon. Yeah, it's just how it is. The campaigns are over. It is time for the people in D.C. that we elect throughout the country to go and do the business of the people, of the residents, the citizens of the United States of America. Campaigns are over. All that rhetoric is done. Time for them to go there and do what's best for the United States of America and its citizens. That we're not doing. Not if you're shut down. Obviously, that's not the case. And the main hang-up right now has to do with immigration. The DACA, the Dreamers, that Obama put through by our executive order. It didn't get done with the Congress. Now, I am not the guy that knows the ins and outs of immigration. I'm not sure what the solution to immigration is. Do we revamp it? Do we improve it? Do we keep it the same? But I do know we should enforce it. We can't pick and choose what laws. And the shutdown is over DACA and the wall and time visas and all this. It is amazing I'm shutting down the country for reasons of non-citizens. It's astonishing. Again, these people should be in D.C. doing the business of the citizens of the United States. The hang-up is people who are not the citizens of the United States. The economy is booming. Yeah, I think the Dow Jones just closed at 26,000. For that matter, it went from 25,000 to 26,000 in record time. Now, is the economy going to stay like this? You hope so. But I'm sure there's going to be a lull coming there. I hope the balloon or the bubble doesn't burst or anything like that. You know, companies are bringing back businesses. Apple is bringing back money into the United States. They're actually going to pay a fee of like $35 billion, billion dollars to bring all their monies back into the United States. They're going to open another headquarters somewhere in the United States. It'll have like 20,000 jobs. Amazon is in the process right now of opening another headquarters that supposedly has 50,000 jobs. Jersey City was in the running, but we got knocked out after Governor Christie, former Governor Christie, decided he would only back Newark's deal. Things are going well. Why are we upsetting the apple cart? But it's amazing the Dems and the Republicans cannot talk to each other. You know, we don't seem to have somebody who can cross the aisles. But I also want to reiterate here and make certain I get this across. The GOP can't talk to the GOP. You got Republicans that have a problem with the budget and the DACA and the immigration. That shouldn't even be on the table right now. Nobody's going to make a deal on DACA or immigration on a short-term budget solution. We shouldn't be in these type of situations where the government shuts down. You can't go to Statue of Liberty right now. You know, we want to get things done in New Jersey and New York, like the Gateway Tunnel. Well, if you could do some horse trading like in the old days with the Republicans and the Democrats that would sit down, the states and the governors would talk to the president, and the president's a Northeast guy, you could get the Gateway Tunnel done. But no, everything is drawing a line in the sand. Dems can't deal with Republicans. Republicans can't deal with Dems. So we can't get things done. Over the years, you did the horse trading with the Republicans and the Democrats, and we got things done. You know, mass transit is broken in New Jersey, broken in New York. They're talking about congestion pricing. They're going to charge you more money just to drive around in New York. Yeah, again, if you had some sort of horse trading, you could get mass transit. New Jersey transit is broken. One of the first things Governor Murphy is going to work on is New Jersey transit. You need more money. They just raised our fuel tax to fund the transit here in New Jersey. All right, listen, we're going to break the commercial. I'll pick this up. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. We'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. newportnj.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to newportnj.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. newportnj.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. Pat O'Melia here, back to where I was talking about with horse trading, the Dems. You know, the Gateway Tunnel, yeah, I think we do need a Gateway Tunnel. I remember when Chris Christie stopped the Arc Tunnel. And why did we start the Arc Tunnel after it was started? Because Christie became the governor, replacing John Corzine, a one-and-done Democrat, which is one of the things I keep saying on my shows about Murphy. Don't repeat the same mistakes of Florio, McGreevy, and Corzine, or you're one and done. When Governor Christie became the governor, he looked at the Arc Tunnel, and it turned out New Jersey was going to be on the hook for any of the budget overruns. It sure is. The sun is going to come up in the morning. There was going to be huge budget overruns on the Arc Tunnel to the tune of billions. And Jersey, for some reason, was holding the bag on that. So he killed that. And he got heat from that. Not so much in the beginning, but after Bridgegate, everything was, red hot for him. Now, the Gateway Tunnel, that's at a halt right now because the feds never really said they were going to pay for half of it. Under normal circumstances, with a normal government, where over the last 16 years or so, it became Dems, Republicans, they can't talk there. It's like, it's like warring factions constantly. The work of the people aren't recognized here. And there's always, now everybody's got to work ways around the Dems or whatever the ruling party is, the Dems or Republicans, executive orders. They're trying to figure out, New York is working on this, and I'm sure Jersey will follow, ways to get around the salt tax, where you can only deduct up to $10,000 of your property taxes. And everybody's going nuts that the feds capped it that way. You realize the state is capped at $10,000 a year. Now, if everybody's so upset about the cap on the property taxes, maybe the local leaders should say, we got to get our property taxes in line here. And they should. That's why we should do the shared services, and the governor should be, encouraging that. But getting back to the horse trading as it used to be Republicans and Dems, that's how you got things done. You wanted money for the Gateway Tunnel, you worked with whatever the ruling party was. It was the Dems or the Republicans. And you made whatever political deal. You had to approve this, you approved that, you went along with this. You didn't sell your firstborn, but you did your horse trading, and things got done. And that's how, the United States, our railroads were built that way. New York, the World Trade Center was the World Trade Center, the original one, the Twin Towers. Ton of horse trading there. How do you think the tunnels were built? Horse trading there, the Lincoln and the Tunnel, and the Holland, and New York City didn't build them. You would think they did because Jersey got the toll end of it. We got all the emissions, and you had to stop on the Jersey side. You had to stop on the New York side. But all that was done with the feds and the local governments. They worked together. You don't have that anymore. And that's why everything is stymied here. We can't get anything done. If there's Republicans out, there's fear that there's the Democratic governor here. Now, again, in Ocean County is GOP county. Tomsriver, heavily GOP. It came out 70% for Kim Gardano. Now there's concerns, oh, man, we're going to get transitional funding. What will happen with the state? They're going to hurt Tomsriver. They're going to hurt Seaside Heights and all the other neighboring communities. Phil Murphy is we got a little soundtrack behind me here. Phil Murphy is a Monmouth County guy who was in there for 20 years. He understands the shore communities. He's not in there to stick it to the Republican Party. He is there to lead the state of New Jersey. Now, you want to start, the same situation we have in D.C. here with Governor Murphy and the Republicans. That's really wasting time. We need to work together here in Jersey so all the communities will benefit. His first number one job, I did this in the last show, the Asbury Park Press did a poll, and I did a few shows. If you go back on the YouTube, they're there, where I'm talking about his priorities. First one is property tax relief. And not this, put a cap on the police and the fire at 2%. You got to put a lot of caps on. somehow, some way, you got to knock down the property taxes to the tune of probably about 20 to 25%. And how do you do that? Well, you got to get the house in order. That should be his slogan. Get the house in order. Encourage work between the Democrats and the Republicans. Encourage working between the municipalities and the counties and the state and the feds. Try to focus programs where you have redundancy in programs, where I talk about shared services in municipality. You got Parks Department, Road Departments, DPWs, you got inspectors. You know, do we all need our own? No, you could share. And you can spread out the expense over numerous communities and counties. That's how you cut down the property taxes. The state has to encourage that. The state has to look at things. You know, going forward, our big expense statewide is the pensions. Well, you can't keep the same pension program as you have now. It's the same pension program that the states had since like the 20s and 30s. We never changed anything. Going forward, maybe there's 401ks. Maybe you change that. Again, Murphy is a finance guy. You know, he understands money. So if anybody's going to figure out how to do it, it's going to be Phil Murphy. Now, these are the things we need to do, and it really all comes down to cooperation. If we can't cooperate along the political lines and the municipal lines and the kingdoms, because there's a lot of municipalities in New Jersey, and a lot of people look at them as kingdoms, we're not going to cut any property taxes. Communication is the way. Dysfunction isn't going to work. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. Pat O'Melia here, you concerned Tomsriver resident. Remember, HMG TV shows, that's our main website. You can watch all our programming there. You can watch the show again. We archive all our shows there, live stream. Download the app. It's free. There's a lot of programming. You can watch the show on your smartphone. We're on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, HMG TV shows. You can send me an email there if you got some show ideas. There's a lot of ways this show has to work with Tomsriver. I do the Jersey City show, the gene pool. That's where we all came from, Jersey City. It won't take me long to whoever I'm talking to find Jersey City somewhere with Tomsriver people. Jersey City show works hand in hand with the city of Jersey City and Mayor Phillip and the council people there. Same thing we need to do with the Tomsriver show and Seaside. I look at Seaside Heights and Tomsriver like one town. Speaking of Seaside Heights and Tomsriver, Governor Murphy, during his campaign, was a proponent of the $15 minimum wage. You know, that really sounds good. Let's give everybody $15 minimum wage. New York, I believe, theirs goes into effect the end of this year or the beginning of next year. That is a tough one to handle. $15 an hour. Murphy's big on it. I look at it as an employment killer. It is a job killer. And I believe that was, it bears out in Seattle where they did this. In my studios, we train kids. I got an intern starting Wednesday. And the interns, they get their credits at school. And in the studio, you're not answering phones. You're not stuffing envelopes or any of those silly internships that a lot of these kids take. Our studio, you're learning the lighting, you're learning the sound, you're learning the set design. Like this set here, say what you want about it. It was dreamt up and created. You're going to learn the camera. You're going to learn the editing. You're going to learn sound. You're going to learn graphics. All the things we do. When the interns come in, they're in. They're moving sets around. We're building sets. how that set was built. Why do we use the set this way? These kids learn all of that. Now, some of these kids, after they graduate, they would like to stay on. And we bring these interns on as employees. Now, again, they're raw. They're still learning. Now, we'll start the kids off like $10 an hour or so, and it's all part-time. The kids are working like 20, 24 hours a week. If I was forced to pay them $15 an hour, I wouldn't hire them. A few more dollars an hour, I can get some veteran editors in there. But I appreciate training kids. I like to see them move on. A lot of the guys and gals that worked in our studios over the years, they're at MSNBC, they're at Verizon, they've gone on to bigger and better while I'm still sitting here. It's like I live Groundhog Day. It's another new editor, another trainee, you know, that sort of thing. But all these kids come through that door and they go out that door with a hell of a lot of knowledge. Now, as the kids work with me, never has one kid ever come into my office and say, you know, I'd like a raise. I'm way ahead of you. I see you as you're learning, and I see as these kids progress. Now, if I had to pay them $15, first off, I wouldn't bring the kids in. Yeah, I would hire veteran editors that already received the training or freelance them. And I'll make sure when I freelance it, I'll go to right to the word on how freelancing is accepted here in New Jersey. I would just have them come in, film, and do everything at home. Actually, the way things are going now, you probably could do a lot of our work outside of the physical work at home on a computer. The editing is getting easier and easier to do. But you look at the idea of minimum wage. I think it's $8.44 an hour. They want to move it up to 15. Minimum wage was never considered a living wage. It was never for you to raise a family on. Actually, minimum wage prevents somebody from paying you less. If somebody's paying you minimum wage, they're basically saying, if I could pay you less, I would. But people who make minimum wage are kids. You're working at ShopRite. You're working at the A&P. I did that. When I was a mechanic, trailer mechanic, I started at minimum wage, probably less than minimum wage. I don't know. I forget what minimum wage is there. I remember one time I was making $3 an hour. And you're allowed to move up without pressure. When these kids come into my studio at $10 or so an hour, there's no pressure on them. They can make mistakes. We're not putting them under the hammer to get a job done, so they can learn. If you're starting to make me pay them $15 an hour, then they don't have that. And it isn't just the minimum wage of $15 an hour. It's the Fed taxes that go on. It's the state taxes that are part of the payroll taxes. It's the workers' comp. It just goes up and up and up. And that gets passed on to you. The end user, the person at the restaurant, the person on the board. You take all those boardwalk jobs that are coming up. You know, they're all kids. They're kids of seniors. A lot of the seniors, hopefully none have to do it, but a lot of them just want to stay busy. And I'm not even sure there's minimum wage up on a boardwalk. I think they're all in there around $10, $11 an hour. But if you have no skill, if you're working, trying to raise a family on $8.44 an hour, you got a bigger problem than minimum wage. You obviously have no education, you have no skill, there's no craft, there's nothing you can do outside. You know, I'm not going to knock on custodians or anything like that. If all you can do is push a broom and a mop, you made some mistake somewhere. Forcing employers to do $15 an hour at such an accelerated rate is a job killer. Route 37, all the jobs in Tomsriver, all the boardwalk jobs, there'd be a lot less of them. All right, we're at a show. You're watching the Tomsriver Show. Don't forget my website, HMG TV Shows. Get in touch with me, Twitter, YouTube, all that. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.